It is time we talked about a childhood gem of mine, one that brightens all of our childhoods, GTA Vice City. Let's rant. Now, before we begin, I am blue. Yeah. Also, let me explain something real quick. I never technically played the game as a kid. Now, hold your horses. That's not to say that I wasn't there. See, I was but a single digit aged child. Clearly, my parents were like, yeah, no, you're not playing that. However, they couldn't stop me from watching my cousin play it. So I watched my cousin play the game, and sometimes I would take over when missions got too hard or he got frustrated. Like, there was one mission when we were on a boat and we had to, just shoot a bunch of people, and it just frustrated my cousin because he kept dying. However, one shot, one play, baby! Ching ching! Sorry, if you notice my voice is kind of a bit iffy right now, I'm kind of under the weather. Apologies. But besides the fun memories I got while hanging out with my cousin, I also want to talk about the broken promise that this game gave me when I was a kid. Let's talk about it. So before we begin, we gotta talk about the story a bit. See, at the beginning of the game, there is a big trade going down. Trade. I'm being very careful with YouTube here. So there is a trade going down in the middle of the night, and Sunny calls in the main character, Tommy. So Tommy goes to Miami to make the trade with a couple of other guys. When he gets there, he meets Ken. He's important, but not right now. Also, let it be known, Tommy has just got out of jail. He just served, or rather, he just finished serving a 15-year sentence after ending the lives of multiple people. So Tommy is fresh out of jail. So, in need for money, he agrees to make the trade. Only for the deal to go sideways because Tommy and his crew got jumped.
Deal, my friend. Oh, shit.
This results in the death of his business partners who he met in Miami, as well as Sunny's goods being taken.
Hello, Sonny.
Tommy, it's been too long. I know, you're just overwhelmed with emotion. 15 years.
Seems like only yesterday.
I guess that's a perspective thing.
Hey, doing time with the family is no piece of cake, but the family looks after its own, okay? So how'd the deal go down? You sitting on some white gold?
Look, Sonny, we were set up. The deal was an ambush. Harry and Lee were
You
dead.
better be kidding me, Tommy. Tell me you still got the money.
No, Sonny, I don't have the money.
That was my money, Tommy. My money! You better not be screwing me, Tommy, because you know I'm not a man to be screwed with.
Wait, Sonny.
You have my personal assurance I'm gonna get you your money back, and the drugs, and I'm gonna mail you the dicks of those responsible.
Hey, I already know that. You're not a fool, Tommy, but I warn you. Neither am I.
If it was anybody else, you'd be dead already. But because it's you, because we got history, I'm gonna let you handle this.
Look, Sonny, you got my word.
I'll be in touch.
Because of this, Tommy now has to go find out who set them up and where did all the goods go before his boss snaps. Which does scare Tommy because he's already did time and it kind of makes him a bit nervous, so he doesn't want to go back. Also, quick pin. Tommy is voiced by Ray Liotta. Amazing actor. I adored him as a child. I'm not gonna lie. He was kind of like one of my crushes growing up. He just had that voice and that face, he looked real handsome. And I found out he played Frank Sinatra in a movie. Makes sense. He's really cute. Plus, Goodfellas is my favorite mafia movie of all time. Ray is just one of those actors that was called in a lot to play gangsters. Which, fun fact, one of Ray's last movies, The Many Saints of New York, it is a prequel movie to the Sopranos series. Why am I bringing this up? Well, in the movie, Ray plays two important characters in The Many Saints of New York. There's another character who I want to mention, Dr. Jennifer Melfi, Tony's counselor, who is played by Lorraine Bracco. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Lorraine Bracco played Karen, aka Henry's wife, in Goodfellas. I love when things come in full circle. Basically what I'm saying is, in a weird way, film-wise, the Goodfellas is related to the Sopranos. In a weird, funny way. Not 100%, but in a weird, funny way. Anyway, back to the story. Back to the game. So Tommy goes to see Ken, the guy we met earlier. The one who doesn't have any spine. While this man does have anxiety issues, I'm kind of on his side because he did witness the loss of a bunch of mob money, and I would be anxious too. I would be very scared. So he gives Tommy a lead on where to start his search to get the money and the other goods back, right? Long story short, we end up on a yacht, but who cares? So this party acts as an introduction to many characters for we will meet throughout this game. Juan Cortez, he is a lord of sorts. Mercedes is his daughter, who I wish actually had a bigger role in the game besides being a piece of candy. Get it? Anyway, Kent Paul, he's important, but not really, because I'm not really gonna mention him much because who is this one? Avery Carrington. He's a businessman who gives me Thatterton vibes from King of the Hill. Do you guys remember Thatterton? I wonder if he'll be in the new season of King of the Hill. Anyway, and then we got Gonzalez. I don't remember him, but I remember that he does appear in the sequel game to this game, which is Vice City Stories. But honestly, I don't remember him much in the story. I think he's important. Don't quote me on that. Steve Scott. He's a film director for films. Yeah. Films. Anyway, and finally we got Ricardo Diaz. He plays as one of the main antagonists of the game. So after meeting many of the supporting characters in the story, we make our way to Ken, and the two of them begin to brainstorm on who set them up. Rosenberg mentions Kent Paul, a man that everybody knows, and he knows everything and everybody, and also the guy from the yacht. So Tommy goes to meet Ken. He roughs him up, and Ken gives him a lead. And I remember this mission so well because my cousin let me play this. I love it. Oh, I'm also using like the newest version. I could not find the original one in my house, so I just bought the remastered. Do I hate it? I mean, like, I don't know, like, I think it could have been better in my opinion. I don't hate it, but I feel like it could have been better. I don't know, like, I kind of hate how they did the buildings, and they look like weird inflatable dolls to me. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Back to the story. So after running the chef over with a car, we then meet our future partner / burden, Lance. Holy crap, this man is a whiner.
Pulp. That should make him real chatty.
You want some too?
Hey, chill. I want what you want, brother.
Oh, yeah? And what's that?
Your green and my dead brother's white lady.
But, fun fact, Lance is voiced by the same man who played Ricardo Tubbs in Miami Vice, Philip Michael Thomas. Or Thomas in some places. Or who I've always known him as Randy from Coonskin. I should have never watched that movie as a kid. Whatever. Anyway, he makes an appearance and I swear he acts like a broken-hearted baby daddy. Always crying for our attention and affection. Anyway, he wants to help Tommy find the men who betrayed him because one of Tommy's associates that got shot was Lance's brother. But Tommy is like, I don't trust you, which is fair. So after a couple of missions for various characters, from Ken to Juan to this King of the Hill ripoff,
Fatherton.
Eventually, Juan gives us a mission to protect Diaz, so we call up Lance and ask him to join us on this mission.
Tommy Vercetti, let's go.
Oh, so fun fact, I completely forgot to put this in my notes while doing recording, but
hello, it's me, Luis Guzman.
Also was in Miami Vice. He appeared in season 2 in the episode called The Prodigal Son. So that is now 2 Miami Vice actors within the game. It comes in full circle, baby. Back to the story. In a similar manner to Tommy at the beginning of the game, Diaz's trade gets messed up. So Tommy and Lance gotta fight the invading goons. After saving Diaz, that chaotic gremlin, thanks to Tommy, demands that Tommy works for him. Much to Tommy's annoyance, because he's just like, I don't know you, and we would later find out that he's the reason why the trade went bad. But Tommy decides to play nice so that he can get his revenge. So Tommy begins to form a plan to get back at Diaz, only for Lance to get kidnapped. Annoyed, Tommy now has to go save Lance.
There goes my careful planning blown to shit. Thanks to you. You screwed up real good, Lance. He killed my brother. What do you expect me to do, mow his lawns?
We're gonna have to take out that prick Diaz before he takes us out. You okay to use a gun?
Sure, I guess. Nice to see you too.
Let's get out of here.
And then fight Diaz. They win and then take over Diaz's whole operation. And if you think that's the end of the story, you're wrong. We still got an hour of story time, baby. And honestly, I did think this was the end because they built Diaz to be the big bad guy. But no, he was just the first big bad guy. There's another one, and now we gotta go after him, but not right now. So this is where the second part of the game begins.
Hey, say goodnight, Mr. Diaz.
Now in control of Diaz's assets as well as his business, Tommy decides to expand his line of business by helping people, threatening people, becoming a somewhat organization. Tommy is slowly making a name for himself in Miami, and everything's going fine. Until Lance starts to act weird.
Tommy, we gotta talk about stuff.
What's the problem, Lance?
It's you, my friend. I feel you're not giving me a fair slice. And more than that, you've been embarrassing me in front of the boys. I can't have that.
Lance, it ain't like that. You've been making mistakes.
Tommy, I'm not your message boy. I'm not your running boy.
Lance, don't screw up and we won't have any problems. I screw up, you can lay into me anytime.
Tommy, I've done everything for you. You treat me like a fool. Don't do that.
Lance, I won't rip you off or stab you in the back, okay? Just take it easy. This is tough enough without you getting all emotional on me. Trust me. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
I hear you, Tommy, but I can't take this much more.
Lance, don't be like this. Now I'm warning you. Do you hear me? Just relax. Take a few days off, okay? I'll talk to you.
And I already knew where this was gonna go. Anyway, putting Lance to the side for right now, Tommy has been working to expand his business, but making friends with other gangs, as well as expanding his money by investing into different establishments. That's the best way I'm gonna say it. At some point, Tommy gathers up a team of experts to rob a bank, and I can't help but to think that this is a reference to Goodfellas because, spoilers, in Goodfellas, there's a big heist that changes everything in the movie. But ignoring that, the heist goes well and Tommy begins to come up in the world of Miami. Except there's one problem, and that problem is Sonny. Remember Sonny? Yeah. So Sonny gets word that Tommy has taken over the drug trade and more in Vice City. Upset at this, he sends men over to kill Tommy, which doesn't end well. So eventually Sonny goes to Tommy's turf to confront him. And Tommy wants nothing to do with Sonny. So here's the thing. Tommy was willing to pay Sonny off for his troubles and be done with him for good. Only for Sonny to reveal that he's the reason why Tommy went to jail for 15 years. And now he wants what Tommy has. And to add more to this insult, because how you gonna walk into my territory and act like this? Lance was a double agent and he has been working with Sonny at some point after killing off Diaz. So now Tommy's gotta do what Tommy's gotta do, and he's gotta put everybody down. After everybody is gone, it is only he and Ken that are alive. Being the last two standing, Tommy is now in charge of the Miami crime ring. The story ends with him and Ken looking forward to their future. The end.
It's just beautiful.
GTA Vice, to me, isn't just a game that takes place in my home city. It was something that I believe to be true. And something I wanted to participate in when I became an adult. Because remember, I watched this as a kid. I wanted to go to the nightclubs and sit on the silky couches while purple and blue neon lights flashed all around me. I wanted to hold a pretty cocktail in my hand. I loved how soft the colors were back then. How every building was just a soft pastel green or yellow, creating a warm and welcoming feeling. And while this game is fiction, there are parts of it that was real at a time, especially to me. The nightlife, the sounds of the oceans while being dressed up in sparkles. I wanted to experience that. However, when I became an adult, all of it was gone. So much that I don't even recognize it to this day. Miami has gone through so much construction over the years. And every year, more of the glitz and glam and the spice that made Miami beautiful gets taken away and is morphed into this weird, luxurious, sanitized, robotic, commercialized, high-end place that is only accessible to a few people. Miami wasn't always like that. There used to be a place for everyone in Miami. I remember back when Brickell was at some point a small, quiet place that was never the party destination. It had so much green back then. Now it's all gone, replaced by cold, dark skyscrapers. Cocktail drinks are $15 or more now. It's ridiculous. And then you have the weirdos coming to Miami. The fact that Brickell has become a staple for a lot of influencers annoys me. Everywhere I go, there is someone with a camera ready to ruin someone's life for no reason other than the views, bro.
Rough or soft?
My mom and dad might be watching, bro.
And don't get me started on the disrespect that some of these influencers do in Miami.
Thursday, it shows a group of controversial YouTubers partying to an anti-Semitic song praising Hitler created by rapper Kanye West.
And it is sad because Miami is more than just the nightlight, the nightclubs, or the ocean. It's a place full of art, history, music, spiritual awakening. Miami is the home of so many different things, and to see how people flock here just to cause chaos, it just annoys me. But I think that is the reason why I love GTA Vice so much, because it reminds me of the home that I used to have. Again, it is a game, but within this game is memories of what Miami used to be. And from what I remember, Miami used to be, during the day, pastel galore, greens, yellows, and blues, and at night, neon colors. It was beautiful, and it's not here anymore.